Oh, that is a good little boy. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Starting off another video with Mowgli. We just had play. We're in a great mood. So as you can see, we're filming in the room today. We haven't filmed anything in here probably like half a year, but I kind of wanted to show off the rug tufting. We finally got her up on the wall. All the color that she adds to the room. Very excited for today's video because we're pretty much going to be doing all things fiber related. Now I had this really fun idea to do something a little bit different, a little unusual, something I haven't actually done here on the channel in quite a very long time. So with the help of today's lovely sponsor, Universal Yarn, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a virtual yarn shopping haul. So pretty much that means we're going to be going onto the computer. I'm going to show you guys a bunch of different yarns, a bunch of new fibers that I want to test out, try out, do a little unpackaging haul, and then I would really love to put together some type of scrappy project with all of the new fibers that I get. But all I know is I want a bunch of different textures, different fibers. We need the color selection. You guys know I haven't made anything super crazy and colorful in quite some time. So I kind of want to put together like a meshy, see-through, scrappy cardigan. Something that I can kind of just tie up in the front. It's very oversized, flowy, and colorful. And we go knit it. But without further ado, let's head onto the website, browse through a bunch of Universal Yarn's newest launched fibers, and kind of just show you guys a really fun, extensive yarn haul. Without further ado, let's get to the haul. Hi! Now that I have Universal Yarn's homepage pulled up, we're gonna go right to the yarn because we're not wasting any time. We're here for the yarn haul. Let's go ahead and scroll down because I like to sort my stuff between new to old. We gotta keep a track of the new fibers. I mean, that's the most exciting part. So as I start to scroll down here, oh my gosh. The first thing I set my eyes on is this Rico Design Fashion Mohair Rainbows. So right off of the bat, this is a #1 super fine, and as gorgeous as these colors are, I don't want a double strand or triple strand. I kind of just want to do single strand for the whole scrappy project, and I think the lace weight might be a little bit too thin, but this color selection, insane. We got mohair, wool, and polyester. Something that I've been obsessed with ever since I did my last video with Universal Yarn is right here, the Rico Design Creative Melange Garzato Erin Wonderball. I had so much feedback on this throughout my reels, my videos. Y'all were obsessed. This was like the #1 draft pick. So I think I'm gonna have to pick up 3 balls in different colors because, oh my gosh, it's out of this world. It's fluffy. It's a #4 medium, so it's gonna work up quickly, beautifully. So I might add that into my cart, but also this purple fuchsia. Oh my gosh. It's like a rainbow melange of colors. I'm gonna add in the berry. And then I also want to go back and add in the purple fuchsia. Now let's go ahead and go back out to the main yarn page. Oh, honestly, I was a sucker for the Rico Design Creative Summer Sprinkles. I love that for the most part. There is a very tonal coloring to it, but of course they do have the little bit of like speckly sprinkle tinkles in there. So I kind of want to scroll through here and maybe pick out 1 or 2 colors that I think are gonna mesh really well with the Garzato ball. Oh my gosh, the shades are insane. There's so much color. They've got not only like some neon colors, but of course the more subtle toned down shades. So let's go ahead and add in, I think I'm leaning towards the Blossoms #5. We still got a little bit of pinks, pops of color. But I think for the Garzato, that's gonna blend really, really well. Nothing's gonna be too stark, contrasty from each other. We're gonna go right next door to the Rico Design Creative Cotton Camouflage. Now again, I love this because you get a little bit more of these subtle colors. They're not too bright and crazy, but we do get a little bit of that self-striping nature, so it can kind of shift between a subtle color and something that's got a little bit more kick, a little bit more, you know, habanero to it, if you will. How do I pick between all of these colors? Okay, kind of gonna settle down with the Dusty Sunrise #1. So I just found the Madly in Love Luxury Baby Alpaca and Merino Chunky. Considering that I've already picked out a few different fibers that have a bunch of different crazy colors, I think it would be in my best interest to pick out something that is more tonal more neutral to help kind of break up all of the crazy colors. Now in my last haul, people were also highly obsessed with the Rico Design Essentials Merino Plus DK. Although I'm making a really scrappy type of cardigan, I think the Essentials Merino Plus would be really great if you guys just want to pick out sweater quantities in one color, and you guys would make a gorgeous top, a really gorgeous sweater. It's 50% superwash merino and 50% acrylic. Why am I stuttering? 50% acrylic, kind of leaning towards the mustard. I like the little bit of warmth that it's giving off. Throw in the mustard. I like how super warm the color is. And look at that. Look how the colors are already blending in my cart. Gorgina, I love it. Last but not least, let's try to pick out... Everybody stop what you're doing. We need a moment of silence to pay our respects to the Uptown Bamboo DK. Not only is this a number 3 DK lightweighted fiber, this is actually an 80% anti-pill acrylic and 20% bamboo. And y'all, let me tell you, when I unboxed this a few weeks ago, the bamboo made it feels like silk. It feels so creamy and smooth and like slippery. It's a gorgeous yarn, so I need to pick out a few different colorways for this, especially at the price of $7 for a skein. And you get 284 yards. I can't hold back on this one. So let's throw that one in there. We're not done. I want to pick out one more fiber and then we're going to call it quits. So let's head back to the yarn page and find the Creative Lazy Hazy Summer Cotton. I have no words because the ply on it has a little bit of texture, and at the same time you're getting like 10 different colorways. I was just about to say, my gut's gonna tell me when I find it. Now I like the Bordeaux because we don't have anything that's like too deep of colors. So I think this being on the deeper end of shades is gonna be really, really good. We're gonna add Bordeaux number 5 to the cart. I think I'm gonna go with the blue number 8 shade and throw that into the cart as well. All right, at this point we have quite a selection. We got some blues, some tans, some neutral, little pops of green. We got some warm tone mustards. And then lastly, we have the crazy Garzado. So I think the selection is gonna be perfect. Let's go ahead and place the order. And when it gets here, we'll do a really fun unboxing and show you guys everything in person. All right, today is the big day. So excited because I just received my Universal Yarn package. Now, out of sheer excitement, I did cut open the box, but I have not taken a peek inside because I wanted to save it for the unboxings. We got all of our hand selected fibers. Now, of course, I'm just gonna quickly unbox these, show them off to you guys one by one, show you guys how the textures look, and try to start coordinating, planning out how this cardigan is going to look. The moment that we all need to pause for and prep ourselves for is the Rico Design Creative Melange Garzado. This is also called the Wonder Ball. But what is so amazing about this fiber is that it is multi-textural. So some pieces have a little bit more of like a fluffy mohair nature, and then others are like straight up plied. And this is the colorway, the first one that I've chosen. This is in colorway number 3, and this is colorway number 2 in the Garzato Wonder Ball. Now I really like this one because there's a little bit more of like a bright warm pop. You've got really gorgeous pops of like lilac, a ton of color, but this is what number 7 looks like. I feel like this is such a staple shade for pretty much anyone who's looking to create a sweater, a cardigan. So this is the Rico Design Creative Lazy Hazy Summer Cotton. Now this has such a gorgeous textural ply to it. As you guys can see, there's like crinkles and crimples. This on its own would make such a textured sweater, a textured top. I think this would be really gorgeous for like the summertime as well. Number 8, this was the blue. Number 8, very bright. Now this is what the Creative Summer Sprinkles looks like, and it is more than I could have dreamed, more than I could have imagined. Definitely a little bit more of like a purpley blue base, but we do have like these printed pops of like stripy textural colors. This colorway with this, do we see like the blueberry vibes that I'm kind of going for? This was another runner-up fan favorite. This is the Rico Design Essentials Merino Plus DK, and this is 50% virgin wool and 50% acrylic. So another toasty, comfy fiber. It does have a good amount of squish to it. I'm pleasantly surprised but this being a DK weight, everything's gonna blend so beautifully together. Moving on to the second half of the yarn haul, we have the Universal Yarn Uptown Bamboo DK. This is definitely gonna become a staple in my yarn collection just because it's gonna be great all the way around. She's got just the right amount of like a sheeny softness to it. This to me feels like a silk, and before I even read the label last time, I thought this was a silk fiber. It feels like cashmere. This one gets the Cloud Award of the video today. This is Rico Designs Madly in Love. Speechless is the only word to describe what I am. Here is a little finger swatch, but can you guys see just how fluffy this is? This is Rico Designs Creative Cotton Camouflage. Now remember, this is the fiber that does have the self-striping nature. So the stripes are not super harsh. They definitely have more of an ombre effect as you work up. Now check out the color on this bad boy. A little bit of neutral with the grays in there, but I love kind of like the sunset look that it has. Very soft pinks and oranges. That is the collection that we're working with today. Again, we got this self-striping, we've got solids, we got fluffy baby alpaca. Don't need to say more about the Garzado. Okay, this is insane to me. We also have the Lazy Hazy Summer Cotton and the Essential Merino Plus DK. So the colors, you see what I'm saying? It's not too crazy, not too vibrant. We've got the solids, the variegated, the pops of color. So I want to do something that is kind of self-stripy. I don't want it to blend too much because I want all of the fibers to stand out on their own. Ooh, look at that pop of color down here. Honestly, we just need to break everything open, get the stitches casted onto our needles. My hands want to move. They're itching to get some stitching. Ooh, I like that. Itching to stitch. All right, it's a new day. I'm ready to jump back into the knitting. Don't mind how disheveled I'm looking today, but we have a little bit of progress, nothing too crazy. As you can see, I have already started working on one of the front panels, and honestly, this is what it's looking like. I love the texture. I love all of the colors. It's very stringy and stretchy, and it's just given ethereal goodness, kind of given like mermaid vibes. But what I want to do with this front panel is make it a little bit wide, as you can see here. And then once I get to like about the center of my chest, I will start to work a few decreases just to help shape the neckline a little bit more. But here we have it. But I feel like at this point, I think I need to go ahead and switch out my fibers because I've already done way too much. And I'm gonna go ahead and switch up to the Rico Design Madly in Love. And we're just gonna see this baby grow. We're gonna grow this baby together. Yeah, this is a little rough. I'm gonna get there though. I need some practice. Hi guys, I'm back, finished up the piece. Let me just go ahead and show it to you guys. So this is what I ended up with. This is not at all what I was expecting, what I was planning, but I'm kind of digging it as like a little layering piece. I do have the basic building blocks of the cardigan that I was kind of going for. We've got the front panels. I also have the back panel. She's a little short. She's a lot shorter than I was planning on. But again, if it was like the summertime, I think this would actually look super cute as like a little cropped throw over item, whether you guys are at the beach or just kind of like lounging at home. This is just a really cute little layering piece. As I have discussed previously, when it comes to knitting, I'm very beginner. I don't know how to size things, how to estimate how much to cast on. Even when I do a swatch, I still can't gauge it right. So yeah, she's a little bit short. And also, as you can see, she's pretty wide on me. Now, obviously I have a bunch of different fibers here on the front panels. The too much jean got away from me. I just started changing out yarns. I wasn't really calculating, thinking through how insane and eclectic this is gonna be. But she's kind of cute. So up here at the top shoulder section, I have that Melange Garzato. Next up, I switched to the Rico Design Cotton Camouflage. And again, it is labeled as like a number 2 to number 3. So she's pretty sheer, like she's see-through because I used the 8mm knitting needles. Next up, I switched to the Universal Yarn Uptown Bamboo DK. Yeah, I really like this. Look at that pop of color. It was definitely needed for something that was a little bit more muted. And this is the Rico Design Lazy Hazy Cotton. Y'all, look at how gorgeous the texture changes as well as the colors. Like, this would make a gorgeous tank top, a little blouse for the summer months. And then I switched up to the Rico Design. This is that alpaca fiber, and y'all, she is not only fluffy and fuzzy, but she feels so creamy smooth. It feels so good. It's kind of like cloud-like. And then last but not least, I use the Rico Design Creative Summer Sprinkles for this extra pop of color. And it's kind of giving me like mermaid vibes. There's a lot going on, but she is very, very breathable, very flowy. So this is what we're sticking to. This is gonna be like my favorite go-to layering piece for the winter and like beginning of spring months. Like, so cute. It's not overdone. I didn't show too much of the back just because it is rather short, but I kind of like how I did the back side a little bit better. We just have 3 big blocks of color and it allows you to see so much more. Look at the colors. Do we see that? So yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap up my really exciting virtual yarn shopping haul with Universal Yarn. Thank you guys again so much for sponsoring this video. Let me know down below in the comments, once you've seen all of the colors worked up, all of the different textures and fibers, what is your favorite one? And if you choose to pick up any of these, what colorway you're gonna get it in. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!